There's like kind of a little crack in it. We could probably kind of try to smell.
What does Ren smell like?
What does Ren smell like? Oh! Welcome home, Rep Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. And I'm also trying to create the world's biggest SpongeBob and the world's biggest Nickelodeon collection. But not just that, the creator of this channel is always actively watching the security cams at the Nickelodeon vault. Man, she's got a lot of security options.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But either way, I hope you beautiful people are having an amazing day. And if you guys aren't, you know the drill. Comfort Cartoons, Volt Camera Flip. Nickelodeon actually gave me this. It's about to get a whole lot brighter, Rep Pack, because your boy is here. And today is going to be an amazing day because it is one of your guys' favorite series on this channel. That is where we dive into the Comfort Cartoons Vault. If you don't know what the Vault is, it's essentially where all the stuff that you don't see in the greater collection ends up going, because we are trying to create the world's biggest collection. But for the cavern where we film everything, I want to make sure we can put as much as we can, but at the same time, keep it in a displayable fashion for you beautiful people. But from time to time, when we do renovations in this room, as with this shelf over here being newly designed partially, and this section over here being newly designed, the entire room's gonna go through that process, so we need to bring some of the options out of the vaults. That's the great thing about having the vault. Some stuff has been in the vault for years, and I've never even got to share with you guys, and some stuff you may even remember, but we're gonna go through this stuff today, and we're gonna decide with this episode of Should I Stay or Should I Go Now? Comfort Cartoons Nickelodeon Vault Edition. Me and Mitch are gonna decide whether it should stay or whether it should go. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into all of this awesome stuff. And the item we're gonna start with is probably one of the ones I'm the most excited about. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna grab the first item, and I don't even need us to debate this one. It's a keep. I've been holding this in the vault for a while. They dropped this on Amazon about a year ago, and I was going in the transition of moving from my apartment over to this place, so I never got a chance to actually feature in the video. And again, that's some stuff in the vault. There's always new stuff coming in, new stuff going out, all that kind of stuff. That's just kind of how collecting goes. But this is one of those items that just kind of got lost in translation, and I gotta say, it's probably gonna be an iconic classic in the room, and that is the entering Bikini Bottom sign.
Dang.
Yes, this is by Open Road Brands. It was released in 2021, and that is the Welcome to Bikini Bottom, and it has the population of 538 people, which is incredible because I never knew the exact population number of Bikini Bottom. I'm sure based off of certain circumstances, it could be right and it could be wrong, especially essentially in characters like Dennis, Mindy, or Poseidon, or any of these characters never really appear in the TV show. I don't think they count towards the population. I wouldn't have guessed there was that many people living in Bikini Bottom. My best guess would have been like 68.
I'd say like 40 at most.
Exactly. I don't know where they got this number from.
Population 538.
This is a perfect milestone and marker in the collection. Of course, there's gonna add new characters at SpongeBob universe, like you already have, like Squidina and Narlene. But this is a really, really cool accomplishment and set for the early 20s era of SpongeBob. And I have an idea where we're gonna put this already, man. I say we renovate some stuff. We're gonna be moving some of these plushies, moving some of the smaller things down so we can see things better. I think this thing's gotta be floating up back there to match with the Glay Grub sign.
That'd be so sick.
All right, so should I stay or should I go?
Oh, that's a go. No, I'm just kidding. There's a stay.
Yes, it is. So staying right inside the room, that is an awesome piece. We will definitely be adding that up there. So that's gonna stay, and we're gonna continue to add the stuff that's staying. Again, we're bringing stuff in the vault, bringing stuff out to the vault while we're doing these renovations. So let's check out our next item. Okay, so next up, it looks like we have a lot of paperwork here. So let's just check out all of this stuff together. So we have Clarissa Explains notebook. I think this came in the Nick box. I brought this out because I was like, I feel like this could be a nice little like nod to that show to have it in the room. But now that I'm kind of here, I'm kind of like, I don't know, like maybe it could just go in the stationery section. But not just that, we have all of these guys that I had to bring out to protect because we did not have the Nickelodeon filing cabinet before, and we now protect all the paperwork that we get for SpongeBob, Nickelodeon, all that type of stuff. And these are all postcards. So we have this one, which is the Patrick one. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Yeah, exactly. We have the embarrassed SpongeBob, which this artwork is not something they use super commonly now. I feel like now it may be a little bit like sus, but back in the day, we loved seeing SpongeBob in his underwear. Hey, we were collecting them in Battle for Bikini Bottom. We have this right here, which is so cool because when I originally got this, I had no clue where this came from. But do you know where this comes from?
It looks like it's cut out of like a cereal box, maybe?
Wow, way to put a label on somebody, Mitchell. It was a trick question. It doesn't matter where anybody came from.
That's how you were raised. That's what matters.
That's how you were brought up. That's how you. What are you telling me advice for? You're trying to judge this man. But where this comes from is the actual SpongeBob macaroni and cheese. We now have this sealed in the collection. When I originally got this, I did not know about it, but it says collect all 3 postcards, and we actually have this one right here in the collection. Have an adult help you cut out this postcard and send it to a friend or family. I'm gonna say a kid did cut this though, because I'm an adult and I could definitely cut way better than this. There's no way an adult did that.
Dude, anal adult.
Did you call me a what?
Anal adult.
I feel like I should be bothered by that. I happen to be a very orientated man.
Oriented.
Yeah, so you wouldn't understand the Orient waves. But we have that one, and I presume this may have been the other option because I can see those same cut lines right here. So there's another version right there. So we have one more. We have the Aloha from Bikini Bottom postcard. I don't know where you could have gotten this one, but it was $1.25, which is not a bad price. I mean, I would love to get a $1.25 SpongeBob product nowadays. You have all well, I guess I'm not wearing pants today. See, when SpongeBob does it, it's okay, but when I do it, it's like, you know, you can go to jail. You gotta wear pants, people. And then we have the 2004, dude, 2004 calendar. And check out all the artworks on the back. You can see all the different artworks that they had during this time. Such 2004-esque stuff here, man.
That Patrick one's kind of crazy. He's got like weird colors on it.
What? You just because he has a shirt on, it's weird. See that, Patrick? You should have your shirt off. But what I think is kind of a bit interesting is, like, you know, early days of SpongeBob, they were always throwing nods to Sandy and SpongeBob maybe, you know, having a thing. They did almost get married in that one episode. You can see notably though that Sandy has put them lips on the Bob there. But it does say that it says love is in the air. Because I mean, I guess they tried to make that there, but then you see Patrick over here putting down some stock advice and it doesn't seem like it's going well. But an awesome piece. And then we have some old school, ooh, look at that beautiful green label. That green is just such a precious sight. We have the green label products right here. Blasting off right here, I love it. All of these are iconic. Dude, like almost every single one of these, Mitchell. Can't you say you could recognize somewhere here in the room?
Yeah, like literally every product.
All of these you can see on many SpongeBob products. They were like some of the original style guide images from 2002, man. Also from 2002, awesome. And then right here, it looks like we have a book. And this one actually, you know, out of our sponge category, it's Ren and Stimpy Show, Free Air Fowler Enclosed. I kind of want to open it up and see if it still smells bad. All right, let's check this out though. And I guess we'll decide whether all of this should stay or should it go. All right, ooh, dude, it's still sealed. It's still sealed. There's like kind of a little crack in it. We could probably kind of try to smell.
What does Ren smell like?
What does Ren smell like? Oh, it actually, no, you actually can smell it a little bit. Oh, I have not smelled that smell in a while, dude. That smell is like straight up middle school locker room. What the hell? Ooh, dude, you gotta smell it. You gotta pull this little crevice back and pull that bag crack out. You gotta smell right in the bag crack.
Oh, yeah, that's disgusting. Ooh.
All right, put that back in its top loader. Okay, so should this all stay or should it go? I'm saying all this should get put in the file binder along with this double sleeved, and then I think this should go. I don't think it makes as much sense in here, so we're gonna go ahead and say Calista explains. I'm gonna go ahead and say go for right now, because even in the stationery section, we get so much stationery stuff. I think we can just put this one back in a Nick box and protect it, and maybe one day we'll put it on the display. All right, next up we have a bag of figures here, and these are all for El Tigre. So I have opened up several old Nickelodeon sets on the channel before, and I do want to go over some of those on this channel as well. And we will be in the future, but one of those I may not do again is El Tigre, because there's only 4 in the whole set. But we have El Tigre's dad right here, El Dagre. I guess I don't remember his name. Right, let's put his name on screen. But we have his dad right there. Whatever his name is, he doesn't stand for himself. That's why your son has to protect the community. We have El Tigre himself, and this is honestly the coolest figure. Is El Tigre is kind of like the Black Panther, but you could call him the Brown Panther because he's a brown tiger of some kind, which is so cute. I love it so much. And the creator of El Tigre actually went on to make Book of Life, which is a very, very iconic movie. Him and his wife are the creators of this show and also for that movie. And they've always had all of their art and their productions been based in Hispanic culture, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And it's great they represented it. Same way like Susie Krusty, Valerie, even number 5, which were all great representations in black characters, which were all voiced by Cree Summers because that was like the only person they could have gotten, I guess, back then. So we're gonna keep the LT Gray figure, and we also have one of the villains from the show, I cannot remember, and also his grandpa. Personally, I did not watch LT Gray enough to really want to keep every single character here, but I think because we are working on adding more representation throughout the whole room, we're gonna be working on toning down the sponge in some smaller sections so we can expand Nickelodeon. I think that LT Gray himself could be a really cool figure, just to kind of have him here somewhere in the background for representation. And I don't think there's many LT Gray products, so Manny, I think we should keep. What do you think? You think these guys should go to for right now? Just because we have Manny to represent the show. Okay, so next up we have a bunch of figures, dude, and they're also ran wrapped, as you can see. These are all of these SpongeBob Worlds figures right here by Play Imaginative. We have this one, we have this one, we have a, dude, check out that one. That one's one of my favorites ever. Mr. Krabs and Play. Do we have that one up on display? Right. No, we need to put that one on display. All of these I had in the collection in the vault because I didn't have a place to put them up, but some of these we have to take them out of box so we can put them on display. We also have the Sandy Cheeks one, which don't see Sandy often. We have the Patrick Man one, and we also have the Squidward with painting.
That one's sick.
Can't add all of these just because, again, we're trying to expand past just only SpongeBob in certain sections. So the reason why certain ones are in here is like, for example, we already have this Sandy in the room somewhere, but she's wearing a yellow dress. So I figured just leave this one in the box. For the Patrick Man, we have this one in here, but he's blue in a much more cool silhouette. So I'd rather have this one on display. And then again, we keep this one sealed in the saran wrap. The Squidward one right here, we do have the painting for, along with all of his Eastern Island heads, but he's got a different suit on. So I think this one's a keep.
That's a keep, yeah.
Yeah, this one's just a keep. So we're gonna put this one in the collection for sure. And we're gonna check these out. And then this one, I think that I left it in there because the patty was like, look at the patty. It's like burgundy. I don't know if it's something that happened with the production or what exactly happened. You can't really see it on camera as well as in real life, but it is very obviously something's wrong with that patty. It almost looks like he's still in like a pretty patty. That ain't pretty. And then we have the SpongeBob with a teddy bear and the pillow, which again, we have in the collection in the Chase variant. So why open up this one and keep it original? So I guess this one's staying. And then finally, we have the Dumb Patrick, which again, we have in the room in his sunburnt variation.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, so I think that's why, man, we brought these to check this out. That's what this series is about. It's about us, should it stay or should it go? And it looks like, unfortunately, very rarely do we ever put something sponge away, but all of these guys are gonna go back, except for the exception of the Mr. Krabs. Let's check this one out a little closer and see if it's worth keeping. I love the background. It is the Krusty Krabs right here, or Krusty Krab. We don't have crabs anymore. We saw what happened to Krusty Krab too. Well, actually, nobody did. But then we have Mr. Honestly, the burger doesn't look as bad out.
Looks better in the light, yeah.
Yeah, like it definitely looks like, yeah, there's something going on with that burger. Like, why is the patty orange? But I gotta say, you know what? I think I want to keep this one.
It has a little character.
Yeah, it has a little character to it. It has 2 little characters. Well, one really little one.
Yeah.
But I love Mr. Krabs' mouth. How like we've never seen him in 3D with his mouth open like this. I feel like there's like a whole divot in there, man. Look at that, bro. He can hold coins. Maybe that's what he's for. He'd be super happy. He can hold $2. I kind of want to like keep him like that. I think this is a great addition to the Galay Grub, even on any shelves, because as you're gonna see, a lot of the figures here are gonna be moved over to the collection. They're gonna be going other places throughout the room here as we're getting new filing cabinets or space back there. We've got new bookshelf space, but I want to make the entire like top section kind of a little nod to the relationship between Mr. Krabs and Plankton. It is such a key component of the show, being that Plankton almost didn't even appear but a couple times in the first season to now where he's in almost every other episode. Plankton is, I mean, as you guys know, one of my favorite characters, #1 besides of SpongeBob. So we got to have this guy in the collection. Now let's check out that Squiddy one. That one looks really cool. Why is he in SpongeBob's house?
That's what I'm wondering.
Just a little inconsistency there, but okay, nonetheless. Either way, we have the actual Squidward, and hey, man, it has a little art easel. We have his canvas, and then we have, oh man, dude, the texture on his head feels so smooth. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece. You know, he's about to make his Bold and Brash #3 edition right there. It's gonna be clean. I love it. So he's got the purple paint on the brush right there. He's added his little spots in there. I think this is gonna go beautiful. Down here, which very soon this bottom shelf is gonna be themed after Conch Street, being SpongeBob's houses and Squidward's house is over here on the left. It'll make a lot of Patrick's houses. I mean, Patrick also doesn't really do a lot of renovating in his house, you know.
The giant flat screen TV should go over the fancy egg display or the indoor swimming pool.
We're gonna have their houses kind of dedicated with some Patrick stuff too. And I think that this would be a good representation of Squidward down there. It's 2012, but I feel like we've even seen Squidward doing this exact same thing in a newer rendering in CG. So this guy's gonna stay in the collection for sure too. So we're gonna put the boxes back in storage and these guys are gonna go on display. Hey, okay, so these are gonna be sick, dude. I only have 3 of them. We have the Ninja Turtle headbands. We got a few TMNT items working their way into the room, and I think these are just little accent pieces that'll look beautiful. They're a little wrinkled from being in storage, but I could throw these guys in the dryer or iron them out. Which Ninja Turtle am I?
Donatello?
First Parker, now you. Ain't none of y'all know the damn Ninja Turtle.
Nope.
So you don't know who this is?
Is it Michelangelo?
Yeah!
Okay.
Alright, and him?
Raphael?
Yes.
Leonardo?
Yes. You have some confidence, my boy. Have some confidence, my boy.
So you're missing 1.
Okay, and you know what we're missing then. Donnie.
Donatello,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're missing Donnie. So that's the only one I don't have, and these are all released for SDCC. They handed these out, and they love that glossy look on them too. Like, it just looks so cool. So I can't wait to have all of these just kind of hanging in the room somewhere all together. But like I said, I gotta get these kinks out of them. So these, I'm saying keep, because they're so small.
No, yeah, it's worth keeping, especially because it's got Nickelodeon on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's got the Nickelodeon logo on there, clean too, representation, perfect. So those are gonna stay. Ooh, green label,
Ooh,
baby.
Mr. Krabs with the money.
He's like, I'm green label, baby. It has a broken box here, as you can see. It's missing the flap here, so I'm not gonna put it in our green label collection like that. But on display, ooh, it's cool. But all it really is just a sticker, and then on this side is another sticker with a SpongeBob branding, which I love. 2002. That is classic SpongeBob. That is beautiful right there. Can we not find a better pencil holder, maybe?
I think you could. I mean, it's a coin sorter.
Yeah, it's a coin sorter, like you said. It's very cool. I think almost in box it looks cooler.
Yeah.
All right, but if you guys didn't have one of these growing up, this is pretty much a coin sorter. How it works is based. How does this work? Nobody knows how this works. Somehow you put your coin in here and it knows which one you put in there and it separates them by this. So you drop the coin down here and depending on the size of the coin, that's where the coin will actually make it through the whole canal system and it'll fall wherever the size matches for the coin that you're dropping. So let's go ahead and drop a couple coins down here. So we got a penny. That went in the dimes, so that didn't work. All right, let's try this again. We got a nickel. Come on, Nick. Oh, the nickel made it to the nickel section. Let's try the penny out again. Okay, we'll say that one, the first one was a fraud. We got quarter. Okay, that made it all the way over to the quarter slot you can see over there. It's really satisfying seeing it go down there. So very cool. And then what you would do if you have never been poor enough to where you have to do this, because I have. So you get these little baggies, you put the coins that are kind of already stacked like this, and you shove them inside of these coin rolls. It's worth a certain amount of money, like $10, $20, depending on the coin. And then you take that to the bank and they would exchange it for cash. So the coin sorting part is really nostalgic about it, but I think just because of the fact that it's just stickers, I think we could probably find a better SpongeBob piggy bank, which we have in here, and also a better SpongeBob pencil holder, which we have in here. So I think he's gonna go.
Sorry, Spud.
I know, I feel bad putting him in the go section because it is a green label product, but if we get a better box one, I think we would put it in the collection. But since it is a torn box, not very displayable like this, and also not the best coin sorter, we're gonna go ahead and put to the vault for now. So the next up we're bringing out are these SpongeBob mini bag clips, which we actually got when we got the display for Sponge on the Run. And I did not have them all out here because I didn't have the whole collection. We have Patrick, we have SpongeBob, we have like a more happy SpongeBob, and then we have Sandy. And we've been opening these up over on Whatnot. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go follow on Whatnot. Literally, we're doing a surprise stream over there where I'm giving away Funko Pops the entire stream. We've had the SpongeBob voice actors go up on Whatnot and sign a bunch of products for people. It is so much cool stuff going on over there, along with weekly giveaways. So make sure you guys go check out Whatnot if you haven't already. Links in the description. $15 for first purchase. But often, sometimes we'll open up something on Whatnot, and if somebody gets something I'm missing, like for example this plankton here, I will make them a very, very good trade for whatever it is. In this person's case, I ended up giving them 2 clips for their 1 clip in this situation being plankton, because I needed it for my collection here. So I think now we have the entire set, thankfully.
You've reached the house of unrecognized talent.
But without saying anything more, I think that this whole set needs to stay now that we have the whole, all of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get all my bag clips together because you'll notice you have this rail right here, right? You can't really do much with that big rail with all those holes in it. I think we just bag clip it up.
Yeah.
All right, next up, let's go get some stuff out of here. We have some Nick box stuff here, it looks like. Oh, dude, we have some really cool pieces. Because like I said, we're trying to expand the Nick-verse over here. Oh, yes, dude, this is probably my favorite turtle item we found in the vault. So this was what started the popsicle trend that Nickelodeon's had now. So we had the SpongeBob popsicle right there. We've had the taller SpongeBob popsicle right there. And then we've had the Reptar one right there. So the popsicle thing has been around for a while, but the first iteration, the first one they ever did was the Ninja Turtles one in one of the first ever Nickelodeon boxes. And that was actually one of the first times I had ever realized that that was a Nickelodeon property now. And it also glows in the dark. So let's check him out first. We'll check out the other ones. This is coming in here, dude. And you know what? And I did not remember it being clear down here. Ryan will pop it up on screen. I thought it was green. Has this changed color over time possibly? Or am I tripping? Or maybe it's just like an ooze color and that's why it glows in the dark. We have it in here though either way. And I think this is just so cool regardless. And I used to eat these Ninja Pops all the time. Did you ever have one of these?
I never had that one, just the SpongeBob.
Just the SpongeBob one?
Yeah.
Come on, you never had the Tweety one? The Bugs Bunny one?
No, never.
The Danny Phantom one?
No, the ice cream truck doesn't come around my place.
You missed out on those then, man, because the Danny Phantom one, that thing would disappear right in your hand. But this guy's staying in the collection for sure. But let's check out the rest of these. So the next up we have Filbert here with the microphone. And I think this is, I believe this is when Filbert tried to be a stand-up comedian. I don't know though, but then he does take up a lot of room with that bass. I'm gonna say he's a maybe for right now.
That's not part of the song.
I guess he's a word. We have Crumb right here from Our Real Monsters. And this thing, made out of nice solid ceramic. And this lipstick, a beautiful coral blue number 6. I love it. And I think this one just is a perfect mold of him. Like, I don't think there's any question that this thing needs to come in here. He just looks perfect. He is very, very cool. And his mouth can hold way more than Mr. Krabs because he is a candy dish. So he's gonna go in the room for sure somewhere. A nice representation of our man Crumb. And then in this one, I'm not really sure what this is. This Chucky Planter. Ah, well, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Okay, see, ooh. I think the reason why I didn't bring this one to the collection is he's got a big hole in his head for one, but it looks very similar to the Rugrats Vintage Applause cup right there.
Yeah, it does.
That's the cup by Applause, and it looks almost identical to this planter that they released. So because we have very similar representation, that's why this likely didn't make it into the room. So this one's gonna be a go. And since he's gonna be a go, I think Filbert's gonna be a stay for right now. All right, Filbert, you're moving to this side.
I'm nauseous.
All right, speaking of Our Real Monsters, a little small item here. We got the Monster Screwball. Very, very small item. We could hang this somewhere easy. It doesn't take up any space at all. Agreed on a keep?
The sewer ball? Yeah, that's a keep.
Yeah, stay in. Oh, we're gonna need a new locker.
New locker.
We have all the Nickelodeon mini brands. These are all the ones that I'd collected over time, but I don't think we have any of these in our locker back here. So if you don't know Mitchell, right here is the All Grown Ups locker, and it has a key. We already unlocked it, and we have some pieces in here. So let's see which of these ones we have and which ones we don't have. So these are all of our Nickelodeon mini brands. So I only keep the Nickelodeon one. So we have Aang there, we got the SpongeBob ones, and we do have a lot of gold figures as well, but we already have those up in the gold section. I don't see this slime blaster here, so that's coming. I don't see this TMNT mask, that's coming. I don't see this Raphael, that's going. I don't see this slime canister, so he's coming. And I think the rest of this is good to go then, huh?
I don't see anything else. These are all duplicates.
So these are all dupes. We have brand new Nickelodeon's mini brands in here. And these still are dropping Nickelodeon mini brands, so it's hard to keep up with all of them, but I do want to keep them all together. I don't know if we'll be able to fit all these ones in the locker though, so we'll have to add these ones into a little into one of our tins or into one of our mini bag storage places in the room. Mini one here, again, we have some pins right here. I mentioned these actually in a recent video. We have the Toyota Sienna pins for Mrs. Puff and also the Sienna, which is just cool because Mrs. Puff, of course, is a driving instructor, so I love seeing that one. We're gonna be adding both these to the pin board today. So that's a stay. All right, next up we have the Fop Swap Fairies. It's hard to say, but how it is, essentially you can change Cosmo and Wanda into the different animals that you see them transform into on the daily as Timmy's Fairies. But I gotta say, the box is not super displayable. Like, it does not look the best, you know?
Yeah, and there's like a little bit of oxidization, I guess, on the plastic, so.
Yeah, and a lot of the pieces are kind of falling out. I don't really necessarily think we're gonna display it. It's still something, of course, we're gonna keep and archive in the collection. But certain items like the Fairly Odd Parents, the rules book, which we have in here, will be going on display.
It is sick, though.
It's sick, but it's going for right now. Okay, then next up here we have a Pixel Pal, and that is a Patrick. So we have the Pixel Pal of SpongeBob in the room already. But hey, it looks like I've never even opened up the Patrick one before. So I guess we'll keep them like that for right now. But let me get the SpongeBob one. So the pixel pills are awesome. They glow very, very bright, and it's like a pixel art of the character. The one problem with it is though, is they run off of batteries. So you can't really like just keep it going 24/7 or anything like that, which would be awesome. But it does have this little like piece right here where you could plug it in for like a sampler or whatever, but it's also on the bottom of its foot. So it's like a little bit weird, but nonetheless, there is the Patrick one. I just think they look cool just in general, even not lit up though. So I think we're gonna get the Patrick one out because I think together these are gonna look so awesome. I don't even mind opening this one up, and maybe we'll get a little tester power out of the Patrick one. Oh, nice. Mitchell tried the try me button and it still works in there. So you can see that Patrick is actually lighting up. The SpongeBob one did go dead just from, you know, use, but the Patrick is lighting up and it's a very cool product. I don't think they make these anymore. So it's a good little duo to have here. All right, so getting Patrick out, it looks like it comes, yeah, I kind of remember this now when I opened the SpongeBob one. So it's like hot glue gunned in there. You're not supposed to keep it. They're like, yeah, don't keep this button thing. But you can see the try me button does still work at this moment.
Plug them into SpongeBob, see if it works.
Yeah, getting a little bit of a light there from the SpongeBob one, so you can see how that one looks too. But I think these two next to each other are so freaking cool. And I think these guys would go perfect over in the video game section.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it reminds me of them like if they're like idly standing in a game.
Yeah, I think this would be perfect next to all the arcade cabinets. So we're gonna add these guys into the collection when we start renovating the arcade section very, very soon. They're gonna be perfect over there. It really does remind me of like GBA, SpongeBob, and Patrick. Okay, so the next one up right here we have is another one of the meme figures. This is from the Masterpiece meme line. I never put a lot of these on display strictly because of the box size. Like, look at how much extra room there is inside of there. But I did put some on display in the collection, such as the handsome Squidward. We have the Roger Bumpus signed one that we recently added to the collection, so of course that's staying in box. And we have the tired SpongeBob one right here too, which is one of my favorites, which will soon be on the bookshelf. But the Masterpiece meme of mocking SpongeBob. Why did this not go on the shelf? Let's find out. I have a feeling that there's a reason why it did not go on the shelf, but I don't remember why.
I want to take a guess that maybe it's weighted in the front too much.
Dude,
it does stand.
He stands perfectly. Oh, spoke way too soon. So if you position his feet right, he does stand, but he doesn't stand like super well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very teetery. And I think what I also didn't like about him is unless you have him displayed somewhere high, you can't really see him.
As cool as it is, I'm gonna probably say go.
Yeah, I just see him falling over constantly to the point where his nose gets damaged, and it just not really. And this could be a huge dust collector here. Yeah. I think we're gonna keep this one as a go for right now. Very, very adorable though. All right, next item here, I can't believe never made it into the collection, and that is the SpongeBob drum set, dude.
I feel like it didn't make it because of you. You'd probably just play on it.
We definitely need the SpongeBob drum set. I'm not gonna set it up though, guys, because it does look like it's pretty sizable. Like I said, maybe somewhere in the far future we'll have like a big enough place to where we can have just like every little thing set up the way I want it to. But for right now, it just looks so perfect displayed in the box. I think we're gonna keep it just like this, but we're gonna add this up somewhere in the rafters because this is just so iconic. It has to be in the room. It's a SpongeBob drum set. You know, you can't beat that.
Well, you can beat it. That's what drums are for.
You gotta beat the hell out of it. But it's very cool. And then you have SpongeBob on the back playing the guitar, which is classic. We have Squidward playing his clarinet. And then we have Patrick playing the slide whistle. But this is a stay for sure. All right, this next one came in fan mail a long time ago, but I never got a chance to share it with you guys. It is so, so, so adorable. It is a Rugrats, obviously. Rugrats, the movie, roller backpack or luggage. We did have the SpongeBob one that I showed you guys recently. That thing is perfect for storing PlayStation 2 controllers, video games, all that type of stuff. And we're definitely gonna be keeping this guy in here too as a representation for other shows other than SpongeBob. And I'm sure that other of these roller backpacks that are out there, Ryan will put them up on screen, I would like to check out, especially the ones that are in this particular shape. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of roller backpacks, but it seems like Nickelodeon was making them in this particular shape for a while, which I really like. So hopefully we can get some more of those, but I think this one's an obvious keeper.
Yeah, it just would be so perfect, especially with like all the reptile wagons up there.
Yeah, I think like in the back, like high up would be perfect.
Yeah.
And then not just that, that, look, it's got a little hook on here so I can put my bag tag on there.
You have a Reptar one?
I don't have a Reptar one, but I can use my one from Frederick Vogt. But just imagine that, you have your Angelica shirt and outfit on, you're like, okay, Mom, I'll see you later. I'm going to LA. But the condition on it is really clean too. So this guy is a for sure keeper. We found a lot of stuff today, guys. That is actually it for today's vault video. We will be going back to the vault. You guys can see some storage, desk, sponge desk. We'll be going back to the storage because you guys seem to really enjoy this series and I have a lot of fun filming it with you guys, of course, as always. And thank you as always for being the magical, amazing, and beautiful person that you are. I hope that you enjoyed the video and I was able to put a little smile on your face today. Stick around. We're gonna add a couple items to the collection. All of this stuff is gonna be added as we do the renovations. We'll be adding a couple of them right now just because I can't wait. So stick around for that. But before that, you guys know the dang drill. Scan it. Okay, like I said, some stuff we're gonna be saving for when we renovate the spaces they're gonna be going, but for these guys right here, I put all the postcards inside of the same one for right now with the calendar for a little structure. There that one is. This one I went ahead and added with a bunch of our other SpongeBob sticker packets. These are vintage ones, but for right now, they'll work being together. And we added the Rin and Stimpy #1 smell edition into another sleeve for protection, and we're gonna put that in the files too. Hopefully that smell won't linger on anything else. Okay, and for the SpongeBob Toyota Sienna pins, we're gonna try and add these on here in a way to where they won't. Oh, wait a minute. I knew we had these already. All right, we got those already. Never mind. Okay, so like I said, we're trying to move all of this stuff up here to be around Mr. Krabs and the relationship with Plankton. So I added them right over here. And really, that burger does not look that weird once you kind of have it in conjunction with everything else. Everything looks fantastic, but definitely doesn't look as good as this burger. That burger looks damn near like we should put that in the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, and then soon this shelf is gonna have all of our constraints, stuff like that on here. But until then, we're just gonna keep him here for storage until we have all the proper tools down here with him. And that looks perfect. And for our Pixular, SpongeBob and Patrick, we're gonna put them right here on this shelf. Again, this whole shelf is gonna be readjusted very, very soon and reorganized. But that is the perfect place for them with all of their video games. And I mean, honestly, if we clear this shelf up and clean it up a little bit, move this stuff back, it wouldn't even be a bad idea to put them right here with their corresponding like Sega characters. And for the crumb, I think it's gonna go right here. And I love the fact that he has that opening his mouth because I think it'd be kind of cool to put some figures or some other Nickelodeon toys, maybe some anchovies or something like that inside of there. Yeah. That would be fun eventually. And for right now, we added Manny right here on top of Goddard and the iCarly dog. And for our Ninja Turtles ice cream, he's gonna go down here with our tins and also our very, very cool Sandy I decided to put down here for right now too. But guys, that is actually it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys smack that like button, subscribe if you're new here. If you haven't already, again, go follow on Whatnot so you guys do not miss out on all the great stuff we've got going on over there. Like I said, we've had a voice actor sign, we've had giveaways every single week, and not just that, we have an amazing time. So go check it out. Link will be in the description. And also check out this video over here, which is the last video on this channel. I know you're gonna love it. We had a lot of fun. We got to add some amazing stuff to the collection. So I'll see you guys over there. And as always, Rat Pack, I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios. Bloop.